night
drink
rises.
Miles gets uncomfortable.
Every time I touch Miles, like once
Don't
I
touch
touch
me too.
once I touch him like this, drink.
What, he's slapping my ass or something?
Them cheeks, man. Like what Justin would say.
The cheeks have entered. What?
All right. Okay, let me open mine.
Took my sip. That's what the sexual
All right. Ooh,
moaning.
that's good. Yeah, I know. I don't like this ASMR from Miles. You know, I thought in my mind, you know, like picturing
that's
it,
scary.
I thought it would be good, but
Oh,
no.
that's fucking scary.
What?
It tastes like. It definitely tastes like lemonade. Like. And this is a fucking 11.1% volume
Yeah,
alcohol
so
You're-
drink it fast.
You're gonna be so drunk for the Empire Strips Back. That's what this episode is gonna be called.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that copyright?
Well, shut up, Miles.
Aren't you gonna get sued?
No, we're gonna. Be
No, because
it's
we're
just a
gonna talk
name.
about
It's
it.
it's commentary.
And then they're gonna get more people
Right.
to see titties.
Titties.
What's happening, everybody? My name is Julius, and I am here once again for another podcast that hopefully you are ignoring. I'm here with a couple that I've had in the past, a couple different times. You know,
Twice.
a couple different times. Miles was in the background for one of them, and it was great. And I'm glad to have him back on. It was Miles and Crystal. How are you guys doing?
We're good.
You're good.
We're good. I'm tired from work. I had my last 12-hour shift of the week, so
Oh my
I'm
God.
really freaking tired. Thankfully nothing happened. So
You work at the hospital.
yeah.
And as a practicing nurse and everything.
Yes.
And, you know, there's a term now that we think of when it comes to you.
Oh, what's the term?
12-hour shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
3
you have the
days a
12-hour
week.
shifts, but you bring up the 12-hour shift constantly.
I thought it was gonna be
It's
dirty.
tiring. It's tiring, man.
Well, no, how's that been going?
It's
Because
going-
now you have the job and everything.
Yeah. It's been going all right. It's just tiring. You know, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's like there's a difference between day shift and night shift. Night shift is, you know, you have to stay up and you screw up your, you know, circadian rhythms and everything like that. But I give a lot of credit to day shift, man. They're fucking crazy. They have fucking like.
Do they have more patients than you?
No, it's not about patience. It's more meds.
More meds?
More meds in the morning because a lot of those meds are taken in the morning to prevent certain things from happening. And then they have to deal with like doctors in the morning. They have to deal with family members. They have to deal with physical therapy, occupational therapy, discharging patients, admitting patients, you know, all that. While night shift just basically deals with having to stay up during the night and also, you know, not getting sleep and then just basically admitting people.
Are you
like
a skeleton
transferring.
crew?
Actually, no. We actually have a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
We have a good bit of people in the night, and you know I'm lucky to get into it.
Now,
So.
be honest with me. How many patients have you fucked with?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, you know, like maybe you deal with a patient you don't really like at night, and then you replace their IV bag with like Capri Sun or something. Have you
no.
done that at all?
No,
or
no.
have you put
I get-
Beatbox in their IV?
Oh God, do they having a?
Was it the same flavor as that you're having right now?
I'm like, I taste pink lemonade in my IV. Why am I getting this taste? No,
This is great.
no, I don't fuck with patients. You know, I've only made. I've been. You know, I'm. You know, it's. I don't want.
'Cause you could get sued, right?
Yeah, you can get sued.
If you put alcohol in their transfusion bags
Yeah.
and everything.
No.
Have you heard of anything like that? Like nurses or practitioners who got like so fed up with the patient's bullshit that they did something like that? Have you heard of anything like that?
No, but I know that there were some nurses who just won't take a patient's bullshit anymore. Like one of the patients, I just know that we had one patient who was like very like it's like in pain,
Uh-huh.
but and asked for pain meds constantly. It's like one of the things is that
I'm sorry, Crystal is guiding him more to the mic, and it's like if I had a camera and saw that, I could easily Photoshop it. He's coming closer to something else.
Oh God, no.
Why do you think that? Like,
Well, I don't know. It's just the way. Maybe I think it's Miles's like distance from the mic already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's keeping, because he doesn't want me
Get
to
in
think
there.
that. When he first came in and he smelt the incense, he saw the candles, he saw the stars in the ceiling and everything. He was like, "You trying to do something to me? What are you trying to do here?"
Yeah. And I was like wondering what the fuck was in. Like, you got like incense in the room.
Didn't
You're
you
making.
say new sheets?
Yeah, you said new sheets,
Yeah, you do have new sheets.
new blankets, maybe.
So you memorized his stuff in the room already.
Oh my God.
And I barely go in Miles's room, at all. I last time I was in there, I was surprised of what I saw in there, like the little anime statuettes and
That
shit.
was my brother's.
It's in there.
He loves those statues.
I didn't know that. I didn't know anything. I don't know anything about your life. You keep me out.
Oh my God.
Jesus. Oh, well, the cool thing is about today and recording today and everything, especially since it's you two. Here we are for your anniversary of being together and everything. And this is exciting for me because it's the 28th is today that we're recording. It's the 28th chapter, and me being the person who brought you guys together and takes full on credit.
Oh my God.
I think this is a wonderful union, and this has gone great.
That sounded a little.
Drink, he's nervous.
I want my royalties. But how's it been? How's it going today? How's it been today? It's been chill today,
Yeah, I mean, I just been tired today. Just been having to do a lot of errands.
Yeah.
For stuff, and so I've been awake for a while, and going from basically a 12-hour shift to doing errands throughout the fucking morning and afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I only got like an hour or two of sleep, and I've been, my brain is kind of like a little mush.
Little fried.
Yeah, so I'm trying to stay awake and trying to get through. Stop trying to push me towards the mic. I know. But it's like I'm just kind of like tired. But I got basically because as a nurse, you only work 3 days out of the week.
Yeah.
I actually only have a 4-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I have 4 days off until my next shift.
So are these 4 days dedicated to your anniversary? Dedicated to Crystal? And Crystal, are you okay with that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, cool. Just
every day of my life.
You're mine for these next. Like literally, you remember in Spider-Man when the wrestler was like, "I got you for 3 minutes."
Yeah.
3 minutes is of playtime.
Hey, that's a cute shirt. Did your boyfriend get it?
Did your husband get it?
Did your husband get it for you? And the guy got pissed.
Well, Crystal, how's it been this year with Miles? Because I know from Miles' perspective, it's exciting, and and a lot's been happening for Miles. But how's it been for you? Do you tolerate him better now, a year later?
You make it sound like a chore.
Is it? No, you hurt my feelings.
I'm kidding. No, it's been great. I was telling Lynn the other day, like, it feels like it's gone by quick compared to, because, before Miles, I was in a almost 10-year relationship. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I feel like I've been much happier in this 1 year compared to that 10 year.
Compared to the whole span of years. Wow. Yeah. Well, good.
So
I kind of figured out that, I was your first New Year's kiss, I guess.
Oh, yeah, he was.
That's good, but I don't like the way you're fingering your ear while you said that. What were you doing?
I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous.
There was a little song coming out as he was, playing with his ear.
Well, actually, when he told me he wanted to be my boyfriend, he put a song.
He did a song?
He played a song.
Which song? Was it a song you made?
No.
No.
Oh.
No, it was a Ramones song.
Which one?
I want to be your boyfriend.
Oh,
Ramones.
okay.
So literally, I played it and she was confused.
I was still confused.
Wait, how were you confused about that?
Okay, I was like, okay, does that mean you want to be my boyfriend, or you're just playing this song because you're feeling?
You playing with me?
It literally says, "I want to be your boyfriend."
I know. Right?
It's open to interpretation.
Well, you know, it didn't help that like you were playing the song, but you like looked in the mirror viciously as you were playing it. You're licking your lips only at yourself and everything.
And then he was fiddling with his hair.
I know, right?
No.
Yeah, Miles is the new Buffalo Bill.
Ew.
Well, that's cool. So it worked out. You got the message in the end, you know, about the boyfriend stuff.
A month later, no, I'm kidding.
Were you? Well, my thing is like, did you have to like kind of drag it out? Because I remember you said that when you started like really getting together, you had to do a lot more of the work, I guess. You know, like you reached out more, and Miles was really busy at the time.
Yeah, and I was offended because I reached out twice, and he just replied a small message and didn't continue the conversation.
So you did when it came to this boyfriend thing, like the communication of that, was it like you had to pull it out of him? Like, okay, Miles, put the fucking phone down.
Not all the time.
What do you want?
After the first date, you know.
That's when he started to.
That's when you felt
out.
more comfortable, Miles?
Yeah.
He didn't know it was a date.
I didn't know it was a date.
So what was missing?
We were going out. I thought me, Crystal, and then everybody else of our friends were coming.
When was this? Where was this?
I thought we were going to La Cita.
He thought it was a friend thing.
Well, we did, but we did a separate time, right?
Yeah, we did, but
where I got really.
But
drunk.
that first time, like, it's like, so is our friends joining us? It's like, no. And I'm like, okay.
So what do you think? Like immediately in that moment, do you think this is a date? Do you think you have to act a certain way, or like what? What do you think?
I'm gonna take out his organs.
Well, I didn't know what really to expect. I mean,
because at this point, it's like you think there's gonna be like backup, quote unquote, right? Like if you're too nervous, you can rely on someone else, right? Mm-hmm. Like to talk to or whatever. But then you realize it's this girl you're into who brought you out specifically to do this, and her intentions were to
not so pure
date. Well, not so pure, of course.
Yeah, not so pure.
So at that point, like do you feel more comfortable in like, oh yeah, I can get my groove on and shit? Like what's the game plan at that point?
You know, after confirming it was a first date,
uh-huh.
You know, it's, you know, I've never had a second date actually. I've always been on first dates.
You hit it and quit it?
No, I think the women hit it and quit it. Basically, they take a hit of me and then they leave.
Oh my lord!
And that's about it.
You're just a sexual object to these people.
Oh, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Like they see you as the glorious appetizer that you are. They have a little bite.
Leave me for a main course of some other guy.
But what is that? There is no other main course. You are the main course. You're the appetizer. You're the dessert. You're the happy hour drinks.
Happy hour.
And would you agree with that? You'd agree. These a full package.
Yeah.
No.
I wasn't. Take me seriously.
I wasn't a full package back then, man. I wasn't.
Wait, what are we talking about here?
Oh God. I don't know anymore. But yeah. After that first date, I definitely wanted a second, and I was happily surprised that Crystal wanted to go on a second date with me. Because I didn't know if that was too awkward.
Now, let me ask you this, right? Because it's not today that's your anniversary. It's tomorrow, right?
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, the 29th. So
technically a little after midnight.
On the 29th? Okay, so the interesting thing here is that it's so like close and on the way to Valentine's Day. How do you approach, or how did you approach that? Like you had this girlfriend for what, maybe a week and a half, and then Valentine's Day was coming up. How did you approach that, Miles?
I don't know. How did I approach it?
You don't remember?
Oh shit.
I remember you gave me the Chewbacca shirt.
Oh yeah, which he doesn't wear.
Bitch.
Why you hurry? what are you doing?
You took me to the park.
Oh
you
yeah.
played guitar.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's nice. You played the guitar?
I play a little bit guitar. I don't play a lot. I have,
Sure. You're a bassist at heart.
I'm a bassist at heart,
Right.
but even bassists can, pick up a guitar a little
Well,
bit.
of course, right.
I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of like bass players. Bass players can, purely bass players can play a little bit guitar,
Uh-huh.
and then purely guitar people can play a little bit of bass.
Yes.
But you're not truly a guitarist,
Right. Well, I mean, a guitar is definitely a more romantic choice than just a bass. You know what I mean? Like, try being romantic with a bass.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
It is a little tough because it's so single. Unless you're like Paul McCartney, where you have the looks to back it up. You play a little bass line and shit.
No, but if you had Paul McCartney's, styles and
Yeah.
everything like that, he's fucking crazy on that bass.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I remember there was another couple there with the guitar too, right?
Did you
Oh,
duet
yeah.
with them? Hey, you! In the key of E.
It'd be like Tenacious D or something like that. Me and him just playing in front of each other. It's like,
Yeah. You had the duel.
yeah, it's the duel. And what if I win?
Would you? Who are you in that situation? Are you the Jack Black, the Dave Grohl, the Kyle Gass?
Oh my God.
Who are you?
I was probably Jack Black.
Oh, okay. I want to see you as Jack Black in some. It's holy shit. This drink is like getting to my face and stuff. What the
Oh my
hell?
God,
It's
really?
like Miles. What's going on with my face?
Wait.
It's warming up.
Oh, yeah, that's good. 1/4.
That's good.
I think I'm about your level, dude.
Oh
I'm drinking, not the feeling.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so tonight, you guys, to celebrate one of the many celebrations, you are going to a burlesque show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a Star Wars themed burlesque show
Yes.
called The Empire Strips Back.
Yes.
And this was Crystal's idea.
Yes.
Okay, so Miles, when you heard that, when she came up to you and said, "It's gonna be Star Wars themed burlesque show. There's gonna be breasts and stuff, and I'm gonna be there.
Breastises.
Delectable and everything."
Okay.
You heard that? How excited, physically,
Oh my God.
and I guess just regular excitement. Did you get?
I was I was like, really? You got the tickets? I was like, yeah. I was like, all right. Yeah, No, I was just like, it was nice that because I know people have been talking a lot about it, and how it's actually a really good show, and
Yeah.
good experience there. I'm thinking to myself like, I've never been to a burlesque show, let alone a Star Wars burlesque show. So
Yeah.
I don't know how kind of like risque it is.
They provide you blankets? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
Well, I wonder how risque they are allowed to get, or how risque they allow themselves to get now that it's a Disney property. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I wonder if that.
Oh yeah, and
plays
do they
into
sell the
it.
rights to it?
Yeah, because like for like high school plays, they have to acquire the rights
Yeah.
to put that show on, for whatever show it is. So I wonder with this.
Just imagine if it was turned into an actual Star Wars strip club or something like that. Like how much would that strip club have to fucking pay for the rights to
I don't
wear
know.
like a Darth Vader mask or something, stormtrooper?
There's a bar in Hollywood called Scum and Villainy, I think, the Scum and Villainy Cantina, which is a Star Wars themed bar. So, and it's been there for a while, so I don't know how they, even did that. That'd be an interesting documentary and everything. But yeah, that's an interesting point. I'm just imagining Miles in the strip club and he's dressed like a Jedi with Sebastian and
robes.
Brian.
Oh God.
He's just here in the
Oh
back
my
going,
God.
oh.
Why is he Jabba? Why is he Jabba, man?
I mean, Jabba's palace is pretty much a strip club, like that kind of place, Yeah, with
I
it
mean,
has
it's just
slave
like a-
girls dancing.
Well, but it's not like a strip club, not like a strip club. I mean, like
Not from what we
there's
see.
bounty hunters, there's fucking
Slave
actually,
girls.
But that's slavery. That's that's straight up slavery. At least with like strip clubs, you have at least some like a little bit more rights.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to really argue that point. Wow. Has Miles, and if I'm getting too personal, just, hit me in the head with it, Miles. But has he pulled up a picture of the Slave Leia outfit and said, huh? Has he done that?
I don't think so, though.
No, Miles?
Haven't.
Has it crossed your mind?
He's like, yet.
Not yet. After tonight.
I mean, I showed you the original trilogy. So
Yeah,
you've seen Slave Leia before.
Yeah, I don't know what the hype was,
It was awesome.
honestly.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, I love
Carrie
Carrie Fisher.
May she rest in peace.
That's right. Speaking of resting in peace, that's not really a good segue. I wanted to bring this thing up. I wanted to bring up this really quickly because I needed to ask your guys' opinion on this. Because you guys were there with us on Sunday at the Goldfish and everything. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of people were there and everything. And Justin and Brian were there. And they didn't really talk for a while to each other because I don't know if you guys know, they're beefing. They have a problem with each other. And it's because of some things that were said on the podcast. Because I asked Brian about fights he'd gotten into and everything, and he was talking about his fights, and he talked about picturing people, like friends of his who he could beat. And he said he'd have some trouble with Justin, and Justin said he could whoop Brian's ass pretty much. And that did you guys notice they went outside?
Did they?
Yeah, they went outside. I had to go with them and everything. You didn't notice that?
No, I was more on eating.
Well, the food was good. The pad thai was pretty good. But they went outside and they had a little bit of a thing. And I asked them if it was okay to bring this up and everything. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not putting their business out there. It's already out there. But they've been talking some shit to each other. So how
are they going to fight?
I don't know.
In the
I don't
ring,
know.
WWE.
That's what some people have suggested. How would you handle this, Miles, if you were in my position?
Oh my God!
Here, come to the mic.
Let me think. Well, it's they're so what kind of? I don't know how strong their friendship is. Because
I mean, they like each other. I mean, they're not as close as say me and Justin are, or because I've known you guys forever, and they met through me, So
I mean, they should just squash the beef, man. There's nothing really to be mad about, you know.
Why?
It's just fucking stupid.
I mean, it is because it's just all talk. Do you guys really want to fight each other?
I don't know. That's why I'm so I thought it was a joke at first. The way that because when Justin, how he gets with the whole fucking thing about I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, man. That
escalation.
Yeah, but it feels like a joke. But I swear, apparently I didn't see this, but Justin told me that Brian gave him a little push outside of the Goldfish.
Ooh. So
I don't even know how to handle this.
I mean, let's just
you know both of them.
Yeah, it's don't. This is fucking stupid. Why are we even fucking talking about this shit about who is better in a fight? Don't fucking fight.
Yeah.
If anything, if you get into a fight together against fucking dumbasses who are
zombies.
Yeah, yes. If you're gonna fight, make it worth it. Somebody pissed you off, and what.
Justin is calling me.
Oh, and he knows.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna answer. I'm a little drunk, but I'll answer. Hello, Justin.
Yolo.
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm good. I'm actually, I'm good. I'm drinking for one thing, but I'm with Crystal and Miles.
Oh, hey, how you guys doing?
We're good.
We're doing a podcast right now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, my man, but I feel like I need to vent right now, so I'm going to do that.
Oh, all right. Are you okay?
In the middle of your podcast, if that's okay.
Yeah, we were just talking about you.
Oh, you were? Oh.
Yeah. We were talking about this whole Brian thing.
Oh, the asshole, the dickhead.
What?
Whoa.
Fucking, the spineless fucking drape. Yes.
What?
That
Okay.
guy.
Okay. All right. So before you even go any further, I just want to get something straight. This is because of the things he said on the things both you guys said about the whole fighting thing on the podcasts, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you heard that.
Approximately.
Okay, so you heard that.
Or I mean, I don't know. Has Crystal and Miles seen the vids or what?
I don't know what they've. We were just talking about Sunday at the Goldfish.
Oh yes, Sunday at the Goldfish,
and
where shit inevitably went down.
Well, the thing that confuses me, Justin, is that you guys were getting. I'm sorry, dude. But you guys were, after you smoked that dope from the strangers.
Oh my god!
You guys seem to be getting along. What happened?
Well, unfortunately, there comes a time when evil, unfortunately, has to fucking erupt. And I unfortunately will admit I ended up saying the first ugly word, calling him a fucking piece of shit prick, and he called me a fucking called me a fucking spineless bitch. So yes.
You guys, this happened outside of the place?
Yes, and lucky enough you were there, and you came out and prevented fists from thrown at each other. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had to. Well, I don't know if you guys know. I had to tell Brian to go walk it off at one point because it was getting a bit heated. But so what do you think, Justin? Because I don't like. Again, I told you this. I don't like seeing you guys fight and everything. But what is it going to take for you? What you call a fight, I call entertainment in my ears. Okay, all right. Okay. Do you guys have anything to say to Justin?
You go
Here,
first.
Speak up, because
I guess I'm wondering is when you guys are usually everybody talks shit about each other, but it's joking. Like, are you actually serious with what you were saying?
Oh yes, yes, Crystal, yes. This motherfucker or Hubber or Trevor or whatever the fuck you want to call him is the biggest piece of shit I think I've ever seen. Oh my god!
What the hell?
Wait, hold on. I can't. What?
I cannot stand this prick's existence for no more than 5 minutes, especially with the shit that he be sending me. So yes.
Well, what has he sent? Because I remember we did the comic podcast and we talked a little bit about this, but has he sent you anything since?
Yes, he has on multiple occasions, and like the kind-hearted person I am, I send shit back. Okay.
What did you send?
I am a 50-50 motherfucker. I fucking send shit back, regardless. Okay, like if you're gonna give me shit, I'm gonna give you shit back. All right. I do not like this motherfucker's disrespect.
Oh my
Neither
God.
will he like my shit when I reverse it back.
I'm laughing. Well, I've been drinking a little bit, so it's a little.
Oh, you've been drinking?
Yeah, we're having some beatboxes right now, but I don't like hearing. I don't like hearing this, man. You guys are both my friends. I want to.
Well, unfortunately, my friend, me and this prick, we just have some shit to duke out.
Okay, well, you don't want to make it physical. Let's keep it from getting physical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just keep it to the shit talking.
If it has to lead that way, it'll lead that way.
Yeah, Justin, you gotta understand. There's some people who deserve an ass whooping, and I don't think you guys fighting is gonna, provide any comfort for either of you. So why don't you guys just kind of squash the beef together?
How can I squash the beef, Miles? Okay, look, Miles, there's a saying, okay? Fight evil with evil. That's what I will do.
Why don't you guys both use your evil to fight for good?
Evil is meant to be fought with, okay? And this motherfucker is the spitting image of evil, okay? Like, just look at him, okay?
Just look at him.
Look at him. Curly hair.
He doesn't have curly.
He doesn't have. His hair is more wavy.
I think he's getting mad at someone else.
That's not a good, charming smile, Miles. That smile is a fucking evil smile. Okay, a smile that I despise. Okay, a smile that I look at and I can't help but throw up. Okay.
Okay, I can't. I feel a little responsible for this beef because it happened on because I asked Brian about the whole fighting thing initially, but come on, man, you guys have had plenty of good times together and everything. I don't want to see any of that ruined, you know? We started off as, friends. We watched Kong versus Godzilla together and everything. And now it's turning into that.
Unfortunately, Joyce, I will tell you this. Unfortunately, some human beings are not meant to be friends. They are. There's only one thing meant to be with another human being.
Right.
Can there at least be some tolerance when everybody when all our friend group is there?
Well, I don't know if I can. If he's saying this, I don't think they can be together.
Miles, I do not think I can vouch for that. I'll try my best, Miles, but I can't promise Brian. I'll tell you this, Miles. Okay, if Brian begins to throw his fist at me, I promise you this, I will throw my fucking fist right back. All right,
Justin.
It's called a curse. I need to get tranquilizers.
No, elephant tranquilizers for these guys. Justin.
An elephant trick? What the fuck?
Justin. On Sunday, who touched who first?
Me.
You touched, you pushed him or something, or you kicked him or something?
I grabbed him by the throat.
Okay.
And pushed him back.
You didn't. Okay.
And then he repeatedly got me from the fucking jaw and decked the shit out of me.
All right. I think he's just playing it up, around. But this is what you would like to do, right, Miles? Or what's your name, boy? Justin.
Miles? What the fuck?
I think Miles wants to fight you next.
That's one.
No.
This shit has happened. Okay, if you wanna get a fucking downloaded, digitized version of my memory, go ahead. Okay, get a fucking memory gun. Okay, upload this shit on the computer. You'll see it.
Okay. Well, you know what? Justin, listen. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow, and I just.
Sorry if I'm interrupting your podcast.
No, it's. We were talking about this. Okay. All right, man. Thanks. Hey, thank you for being my first caller on the podcast.
Sure. Why not?
All right.
And I better be the last.
I hope so.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Justin, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. We're gonna figure this out. Okay.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Wow. I don't know how much of that is like him actually feeling that way or him just talking
I think it's both.
I think it's both.
I think it's both. I think he's talking shit, but he's also
Yeah, that's a bummer.
That is a bummer because I like both those guys. I've known Justin longer than I've known Brian, but
they're both cool guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine.
Do they feel threatened by each other?
I don't know. Brian said on this podcast about the fighting and who picturing people, like friends if he had to fight, who he'd do it with, and who'd win and everything. And then Justin heard that, went to his whole spiel on a different one. And did you hear that one? Because he was talking about
Justin and fighting me. I'm like, why me?
But the thing is,
I put that podcast specifically.
Okay, good. So the thing is, he gets more in depth with you in that. So, but you're not pissed.
He would. No.
Yeah, are you trying to start some beef with Justin?
Why would I? Again, I don't want to fight anyone. I don't care. I care about people, so I mean.
I'll only stab.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just don't. I hope they kind of hash it out.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about that.
It's gonna take some time, man. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But hopefully, at least if we get into if a group hang out or anything like that, at least there'll be some tolerance or some kind of acceptance of each other. Okay.
Well, after hearing
they
that,
don't have to talk to each other.
Well, they weren't until they went outside on Sunday.
Well, then we just gotta keep them.
Well, that's my thing. After hearing that call, do you think it's a good idea to have them even in the same fucking vicinity as each other? You know what I mean? Apparently they were touching each other. I don't know, because Justin, is like, I ripped his throat, I grabbed his dick, I did this and did that.
Oh, God. You're turning it sexual now.
I think it is on a certain level.
I bent him over.
I bent him over. Wow.
Yeah, I hope they figure it out. And,
yeah.
If I figure out this is stupid and we should just hash it out and
That's a podcast moment for your ass right there.
Damn. Yeah, probably. the what was it? Group therapy.
I know, right?
Now I'm curious. Do you think you can take anyone on?
Oh, we're gonna start the cycle. All right, yeah. Well, Miles, who do you think in our friend group you can fight and beat?
Fucking nobody. I have some years in like practicing jiu-jitsu. A little bit.
Okay.
But I've
Hoist Gracie over here. Oh.
I could probably choke someone out or try.
Who? Me?
But what if they're into choking?
Yeah, right. Exactly. You gonna do that to me? It's gonna mean something different with me, huh?
Oh my god. No, I don't want to fight no one. I care about everybody.
You're a nerd. You're a healer. You're not a fighter.
No.
You're someone who's about preserving life, as it were, right?
Yes.
How about you, Crystal? I know you've thought about this for sure.
Fighting? I don't know about fighting, but I would stab Jacob.
No need for a fight there.
Jacob unarmed you with a knife.
Instant kill. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? That I mean, we're laughing now, but that actually kind of did bum me out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
First time I've been bummed out like that on air. It's crazy.
We'll figure it out.
I'm keeping it in.
Hey, as time goes on, we'll figure it out. We go day by day,
That's
just
true.
like we always do, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Miles. Now, on to a different topic, a less violent topic. We will talk a little bit more about some similar stuff as we get on, but I wanted to ask, since specifically you're here, Crystal, a couple different things. Last time we were talking about the cryptozoics and the supernatural, as it were. And I wanted to talk to both of you, but you're the one who's more interested in this, the extraterrestrials, and
that Justin mentioned.
Yeah, Justin sent a post about more sightings happening and everything, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but have you had supernatural experiences, like, or is it that like family that's had those experiences?
It's more that I know family that have had experiences, but me personally, I've just had those kind of dream kind of experiences, but not so much an actual experience.
Okay.
So I'm happy. I don't want to experience any of that.
Well, have you had a UFO or anything like that experience? Have you seen anything?
I know there was this one time when I was little, and I was outside playing because in the apartment complex it has a front part where it's just grass and stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just me; it was me and the neighbors, like the kids, and we saw like a black kind of disc just passing by.
Really?
And I went inside to go get my mom and get a camera and something, but by the time I got back out, it was gone.
Oh wow.
That was like the only time I'd seen something related, and then ever since then I started to get more into like UFOs, and like that's when the movie I think Signs also came out later on.
Yeah.
So that shit scared me. I had nightmares. But yeah,
the green aliens, like right, like they're in a birthday party and they see a green alien, like
that scene scared me.
It
dude,
is
as
pretty
a kid.
frightening. That's right. Yeah.
puts a tinfoil hat on himself with the kids.
But yeah, that's the only time I recall like a UFO
anything like
kind
that.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever hope anything else might happen? Like you might see something? Do you ever hope that?
I don't.
No.
Because from when I read experiences from other people or I hear things, it's like, do I really want that in my life,
Yeah.
I want to be at peace. I'd rather they ignore me.
Yeah.
Maybe for like supernatural, the most I would do is like, I do want to go on a road trip at some point and go hunting for Bigfoot. Or going to a haunted house or a hotel and staying there, but other than that, I wouldn't want to mess with anything more than I have to. Just because things do get attached to you.
Yeah.
And for UFOs, they're going to start following you and shit and like taking, testing you and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're already here, so I'd rather just keep my distance.
Well, you're someone who clearly believes in all that. Well, maybe not all of it, but the main premise of UFOs and stuff, or UAPs is what they renamed it.
Oh God.
How much of like these sightings that Justin just sent, like what the government's saying is like, oh yeah, there are more sightings. How much of that do you think is like true versus how much is bullshit?
I actually didn't have a chance to look at what he sent, but if they're saying there's more sightings than the government's saying it, it's kind of like there has to be a kernel of truth to it, but why is the government saying it? What's their motive behind it? Are they trying to normalize, oh yeah, there's aliens and shit? Like,
Yeah.
You know, if you get abducted, okay, whatever.
Well, you work for the local government. Are there any conversations like this that you've heard or anything like about? I know it's not like your job or anything, but like, have you heard anything about like, are there protocols or anything for LA?
No, not really. I mean, what we mostly talk about is either like, you know, just bit of politics here and there, keeping it, you know, mostly focused. We just try to focus on our work and things going on around us, but not really like UFOs or any of that.
Oh man.
Yeah, or any protocols, none of that.
You know, I've been a little worried looking up. You know what I mean? Like, I went over to Malibu area last night with Andrew, and we went to a place where it's darker, so it's away from city light and everything, so you can see more of the stars, and it's beautiful. But you know, looking up, it's really overwhelming, to see that much, but also like you get a little worried, like, am I gonna see some shit up here? Do you feel this? How do you feel about this, Miles? About this whole premise?
I mean, yeah, I mean,
He's not a believer.
Oh, are you not a believer? The opposites attract.
I mean, I believe there's something out there, but I just don't know. I mean,
Right.
I kind of hope we're not the only ones in the freaking universe. But it's like confusing. Like, you know, if they haven't talked to us now, why?
Why do you think they haven't talked to us?
We're stupid.
Oh my God.
We're stupid. We start fucking wars and shit. Look at us.
How do you know they haven't invaded? And they're like, maybe Julius is a fucking alien and we don't even know.
Okay, I'm gonna need you. Hey,
don't touch me, dude.
I'm gonna get some blood from you.
This is exactly what you're talking about.
We're just gonna chop up your arm a little bit.
Wow.
He's gonna grow it back, right?
At the mere mention of the possibility that I might be an extraterrestrial, Miles automatically went to dissection.
Extraterrestrial. It'll be like the history. What was it? The History Channel.
Oh, with the aliens.
Yeah, it's like some weird shit. Did you know the pyramids could be made by the extraterrestrial? I'm like, what the fuck? And so the guy with the crazy hair. I'm like,
the meme.
Yeah, it's just like his hands are up. It's like
I couldn't picture Sebastian to me.
I'll do that. I'll get a Photoshop of Sebastian as that
guy. Yes, yeah. I would love that.
Oh my God.
But he's like Republicans.
Republicans. Oh my God. Well, the whole pyramid thing. Come on, we did that. For sure. I mean, for sure we did that.
We had to. I mean, like, again, there's a bunch of Egyptian people and also slaves.
Yeah, slaves.
Egyptians and slaves fucking making that pyramid. And, you know, they had the technology to do some shit. I mean,
but it's not even like complicated. It's not the skyscraper. I mean, it's the Great Pyramid, but it's like the most stable like structure you can make is a pyramid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's easy. It's easier instead of these massive skyscrapers that take fucking months to do and like a bunch of metal and equipment.
Yeah,
you know, they might not have had the same kind of technology as we had, but they were smart. They
were smart.
They were smart. They knew what to do. They had the knowledge and enough knowledge to know, like, this is kind of how we manufacture this kind of pyramid in this way, and then use certain equipment to bring up maybe blocks or something like that. You know, sometimes it has to be like fucking labor and fucking carry that shit with like 10, 20 men.
Sure,
going up the fucking like ramp or something, but you know, listen, they had the smarts.
If we had, like, say for example, the Walt Disney Hall in Egypt, and it's been there for thousands of years, you know, because you've seen it in downtown and everything, it's all shaped and everything. that's more of an argument. Like, hey, maybe something else did that, but it's a pyramid. It's a point. Stonehenge, how do you feel about that? Do you think that was extraterrestrial, or just
Why are we going to these like different like avenues of like if this was extraterrestrial?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, you see Stonehenge, and you're like, what is this about? How did this happen?
Maybe the people of those were like saw them as protectors.
The stones?
Yeah, it's like a protection.
Stones?
The stones were like monuments of
Yeah.
protection.
Yeah, like it's some type of protection or something.
Did you hear that?
No, I'm just taking a guess.
Oh, okay. they were statues at one point.
No, I don't know.
Or they
See,
were.
the crazy thing is like I don't know why he doesn't believe more in the supernatural when his dad has told me that their house is haunted.
The thing is, have you heard anything?
There's been some creepy shit sometimes, but
Like what?
I don't know. It's just like in the darkness. It's like
You see me.
Oh god,
That's not
I would be very
supernatural.
fucking scared. I would be very fucking scared if I hear that.
You just
Look
feel Julius's breath on your neck.
I whisper in Miles's ear every night. Taste the rainbow.
Why are you the Skittles? Pete? Why are you Skittles?
and then Miles just like he has, like that feeling when you wake up of like you need to brush your teeth. It's extra from Miles.
Ew.
It's the Skittle.
Yeah.
Man, I taste the rainbow. What the fuck?
Why do I have so many cavities?
Oh my god.
Oh man. Wait, so you had experiences in your house?
I had one. It felt uneasy.
Okay,
You know when
you
you're
listen.
feeling uneasy in the dark
Listen.
of your house. And
I agree, but you are a whore for science, okay?
a whore.
Yeah, you are a whore for science. You need to leave some room for the supernatural because your relationship depends on it. First of all, and with me, and second of all, what are you, if not a man of faith? You're a man of science, which is fine, but you need a little bit of room for the faith in there. You need to believe in Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, there's. Oh my god. No, but yeah, there's been some weird times like you felt uneasy during moments of, in your life of like there's something wrong.
Wrong with what?
Something's in the air that's just not right. You just have a bad feeling. You have a gut feeling that like something's behind you or something's like in the rear view mirror. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Well, let's keep with let's start with Bigfoot, okay? So what keeps you from believing in Bigfoot to the level that Crystal might?
Well, because it how would that fucking thing survive?
Berries.
You would think Bigfoot would leave a trail of fucking deer meat to his fucking doorstep or cave. And
What if they're herbivores?
I mean, a lot of the
For a
forest are people all there. Like, there's not really a lot of people in the forest, dude. They probably have their own places. They know how to avoid people. They know how to hide.
Just wait. You just go wait long enough for people to, for fucking America to the forest, the whole fucking forest.
Then you'll find.
Then you'll
Bigfoot.
find it.
Yeah. Do you
But
think
at
there are?
this moment, no.
Well, do you think there are deforestation projects with the mission of finding Bigfoot? Like they're gonna tear down the forest to
I wouldn't
find
think so. I
Bigfoot.
think like if you had that idea in mind, you'd be fucking stupid because then why? How are you gonna make fucking profit?
Paper.
Yeah, no, you
All
would.
that would. Yeah, you'd
but
have
if
to
it
make
was the
paper.
prime, it's like, oh, this is just a side gig. I'm just here to find fucking Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. That's a fucking stupid
A
business
hidden agenda.
practice.
Why is it stupid? Is it because Bigfoot doesn't exist?
Because it would take fucking years.
Or months or minutes. You never know.
Minutes.
You never know. Like
What if they just blow it up?
Yeah. I was about to say, like, if they just dropped
You
the
just see a
bomb in the
body
forest.
So there's hair. What the fuck is that hair everywhere? Why does it smell like burnt hair?
All this. It smells like burnt hair. Oh my god. So it's just the lack of evidence for you. Mm-hmm. Crystal? Would you say you have more faith than Miles in things, in like the unproven
I think so. I mean, I know Bigfoot might be a long stretch.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just
But not just
It's
even
that.
with Bigfoot, right? Like other
Yeah.
things, right?
other things I feel like, yeah, pretty much. Because I know he also doesn't believe, in God and stuff like that. So,
You don't, Miles?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know because like there's so many questions you have about religion and everything like that. It's like, really, you're gonna throw us to the wolves when you say you made us in your image. You've made us in like something, and yet
God looks like
when
Miles.
you make you like no, like think about it. If God made us in His image, what's with the murders?
What do you
all
mean?
the like the murderers out there, they made it in God's image. Think about
Well,
that.
I mean, if you read the Old Testament, he's a fucking nut job.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking dick sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
how did he change from the Old Testament to the New Testament? Is it the same guy? Or...
Yeah, look, they went to market research people, and they were like, "What? So what's working for you? I don't know about the fire and brimstone, but can we add a couple more apples?
Can we add a little bit more joy to this fucking thing? It's like, but it's
A couple
just
more
like,
psalms."
again. It's like, if God was made us in His image, how the fuck is there like all this fucking hate? If God talks about love and respect and having each other's backs and everything like that, why hasn't that happened?
Well, does love and respect exist even without the antithesis of that? Does it even matter?
But if you're God, man,
Right.
You would, and you're made from God, and then you go back to God after you die. What why do they have people who have to have that antithesis?
Well,
for that reason.
I'm not by any means religious or anything, but I'm just doing devil's what was the fuck?
Devil's
Devil's advocacy. Ironically.
he's far gone.
Here I am trying to argue religion with you on a beatbox. Almost done.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Devil's advocate
Well, the point you just made.
basically is like,
Oh, why do those people exist, right?
mhm.
Well, I was talking to Andrew actually last night about this, about that movie Bruce Almighty. Like how it's about a guy who gets God's powers, and he's a narcissist and everything and all that, and he wants to get back with his girlfriend. And there's a low point in the movie where God asks him, "Hey, what do you want? What do you want?" And Jim Carrey's character is like, he's like bullshitting, but he says, world peace, end hunger. And then God asks, what do you really want, right? And I got angry at that moment because he put, even though it was bullshit, the first thing that Jim Carrey said was world peace and the ending of hunger. But God was like, no, bitch, what do you really want?
Because he knew he was bullshitting.
No, I know, but he asked him, and the first thing that came to his mind was helping the everyone else. You know what I mean? So he could have done something right there, right? Do you kind of get what I mean?
He could have. I mean, Bruce could have done something as God before.
I agree.
If that was really what he wanted, he would have done it.
And that's true, but this is at the low point where it's like he's lost everything. And oh shit, I dropped my beatbox. It was just weird that God heard that and was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna help your problems, the individual problems, over the collective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if he wasn't very truthful about world peace and world hunger, why would he do it?
But it was on his, he was thinking about it at least. These are problems that we all have to deal with, And God knows that. In terms of the film, God knows that, and he he focuses on Jim Carrey getting back with Rachel from Friends.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
The scenes of like the oceans, like there's tsunamis and everything like that when they had like, you know.
Yeah, when he brought the moon closer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was an interesting thing. Do you think that stories or movies involving God, even if God is a joke in there, do you think it is, even unintentionally, do you think it's inherently philosophical because of the inclusion of God?
Sorry, that's a tough question.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm already
because like
the
with
thing
Bruce
is,
Almighty.
That's meant to be more of a joke rather than anything. I don't know if they're trying to be philosophical or they just threw it in.
Well, there are certainly lessons in that film, you know, like the lesson of like not being, too self-absorbed and shit like that. Like God is trying to teach him something through that, you know. So do you like what do you think? Miles just took a big swig of the beatbox.
I need a big swig for that shit. You know, I'm already kind of I'm more than halfway.
11%.
I'm like 2/3 of the way done with this beatbox.
I think so. So am I. I think so.
Let me see. Oh yeah, you're a little bit more than me.
So am I the one that's behind?
I don't know. I mean, who's driving?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, take mine.
Okay, yeah, you need to take a big swig. That's a fucking philosophical. Hey, you're driving.
Crystal.
Do I drink or do I not drink?
Do I drink? What do you want from me?
You're driving.
And?
Oh my god.
You're gonna get so
drink
drunk.
And drive,
you're
people.
Don't drink
and drive.
You're gonna get so drunk that you're gonna miss the show, and the only one here to strip will be Miles. Okay.
Oh my god.
For you.
For me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many philosophical questions out there, and so many philosophical, stuff that movies and shows do. But
Come to Mike.
sometimes you gotta understand that. Some of it has to be a joke, and some of them are satirical.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes there's no real meaning behind it. You know, they make a fun of like the basic stuff of religion and of God and of like certain things that
maybe
don't
they are
really agree.
questioning God, and in that movie they're questioning.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a sense, what you were
Miles is doing it to you now. Get to go to the mic.
And what you were saying, how if God damn it, I'm blanking out because of this drink.
The Bruce.
Yeah, he was asking him like
what do you want?
Yeah, the thing is, do you think God would actually respond that way?
With the first answer he gave about the world hunger and the world peace and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting point.
Because we're watching this, but it's like people are assuming God's gonna say this or gonna say that, you know. But we actually don't really know. Like we can understand him to a certain point, but in the Bible, he has his different views. Yeah. He's changing all the time. So it's like.
Well, what's interesting about that point is that I think, and it actually comes also with the whole the extraterrestrial discussion, in that. A lot of the time when we talk about these things that are otherworldly, we try to apply our human trait or human traits to them, even to understand them better, but they're not us, right? They're not us, so they're not going to be like us, you know what I mean? I was talking
we can't assume.
Yeah, we can't assume anything regarding it.
Because like a lot of, the aliens, they always show them with the 2 hands and the 2 feet, but it's like, is it really like that?
Yeah.
Or are they some kind of like ball of light? Or we can't just assume. It's just, I feel like it's our minds trying to interpret it in a way that we understand.
Mm-hmm. In the same way that, like, with God, per se. Yeah. Whether you believe or not, he's always depicted as a person. You know what I mean? Like, whether it be media or books or whatever the hell, or the Bible itself, it's depicted usually as a person, a human. Like, the whole made us in his image everything,
Yeah.
right? So, wow. That's a whole lot to unpack.
Oh my
You're
God,
right.
that's too much to unpack. When we have a beatbox with us, it's just we talk about it's too much. We got to get into a different topic.
Let's get back to Miles or Justin.
No. Let's not even get back to that. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm glad to have even. Wow, these beatboxes are kind of killing me.
No, dude, I'm feeling it. Really.
Are you feeling it?
Oh, it's because I'm tired. I'm both tired.
I see it.
I know I'm tired. I'm tired, and I'm getting really heavy buzz.
I'm surprised I'm not feeling it because they took out a lot of blood from me today.
Well, you built a big tolerance over the year of being with Miles and everything. You know, before meeting Miles, like you were a completely different type of drinker. You know?
Yeah, I was a lightweight.
It was awesome.
Oh my God.
You know, have you? And listen, I don't mean to cast any sort of aspersions on your guys or any assumptions on your relationship, but like you've grown a tolerance with alcohol. Does that have to do with being with Miles? Like, have you drank more now that you're with Miles?
I mean, I think regardless, I would have started drinking more. Just because, I had, just moved out.
Yeah.
I was finally on my own, and I finally got to do all this shit that I wasn't able to do when I was living with my parents.
And that's a long time.
Yeah.
Of not. When growing up, was it really like? Oh shit! Keep on dropping it. Damn it! Put it on the table. When growing up, was it because on the last podcast you talked about like your religious growing up, your religious background and everything. Was that for sure? That was part of it, right? About the limiting of things.
Yeah. And then, even though I got out of the religion, my mom, basically my roof, my rules kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even allowed to have go out with friends really as much. If she let me out, it was so timed. Like she used a lot of manipulation too, because she was like, you have to be here at a specific time. And I would sometimes get anxious. Like, oh, time's running out. I got to go back,
Yeah.
Which now seems stupid, but at the time, so I always had to learned how to lie and be sneaky because of that. That didn't really make me a better person.
Became a level 5 rogue instantly. D&D Sal. Just rolling deception, rolling fucking stealth.
Roll 20 if you want to get out of the house.
20 for deception. Not 20, yes. It worked effectively.
Oh my
and
Lord.
So just being out, being on my own, I feel like I don't have those anxieties anymore. I'm an adult, I can do my own shit. So, I kind of drank a lot in the beginning.
Yeah, sure.
That's when I blacked out for the first time.
Was that reactionary drinking?
I think so. Because also there was a lot of other stuff going on in my life.
Yeah.
I was dealing with stuff,
You mentioned that long relationship. Was that right before? Was that a couple months, a year before? Before I guess when we started meeting, because when we met, that was around the time.
Yeah, I had
this started
just
happening.
Yeah,
the
breaking
drinking,
off everything,
right.
and
yeah,
I wanted to live. I
Right.
guess I wanted to finally live my life, and
Then you found me.
yeah, he ruined it. He ruined it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're unloading. You're unloading under the sway of alcohol.
Okay, if we're gonna be honest here, because before Miles,
Yeah.
I got it in my head where I was gonna be like, you know what? Because I kind of gave up on love, I guess.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because being in such a long relationship, I was in that mentality, I'm not gonna find anyone else.
Right.
I just, I quit. I'm just gonna go and be a hoe. That was my mentality. And so I kind of tried, but as soon as I met this guy,
That faded.
it faded, because he also kind of helped me realize that it probably wasn't for me being a hoe.
Well, are
You're
you
a very bad hoe.
I was a very bad hoe.
are you just like a hoe for Miles?
Possibly.
Just only,
Oh my God.
exclusively for Miles.
On the first date, I gave him so many signals that I wanted to kiss him, and he
Oh my
ignored them.
Lord, Miles.
You wanted to come back to it, didn't you?
The fuck does that mean?
You were like,
Come
I
back
need,
to
I
it.
need
What's
a
wrong with
taste.
you? What?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, you're crawling back. Yeah.
Crawling back to you.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, when he got your message for a second date, he was like, you know what he said to himself? Because he and I were hanging out at that
I
time.
got it.
He and I were hanging out at the time when you messaged him.
Mission complete.
And he said, "That's what I thought."
Oh
When he looked at the phone, he was like, "Yeah." He started playing ODB and shit. Hey, baby, I got your money. Don't you? You know, can I? By the way, Miles, you gotta relax, dude. Can I tell you that right now? I know you're drunk right now. Maybe you won't. That's why we're recording this, okay? So when you listen to it, you heed my words, my friend, okay? Because I'm a little drunk also. But do you remember before we went to the Goldfish last Sunday? You look so possessed right now. It's crazy.
I'm tired.
Do you remember when we were talking? We had a band practice, and we were talking to Ben and Sebastian about recording. And something had to do with cost, and it was like $100 a head for this mixing thing. And you said, "Oh man, I could take care of all of it." You remember that shit?
Technically I could.
Okay, see, here you go. You need to relax with that shit.
Do you want to pay 125 each?
What? I'll pay my share.
He's trying to make.
I'll pay my share. I will. I'll pay my share. Let me tell you something. I'm a man. All right. I know that's arguable at times, but when it comes to money, I'm a fucking man. All right. What did I call you right after you said that? What did I call you?
A bitch.
No, I called you Big Dick Miles, because that's who you were trying to be. You need to relax with that shit, homie.
Well, I want to help out, and I want to make.
That's not what that was, Miles. That was
the way you say it has a lot to do with how they take it, hun. If he's bringing this up, that means you were saying it like, oh yeah, I can do it. Like
Miles is doing this Jersey shit where he's like grabbing his crotch and stuff. He was walking around. He was like, okay, you remember that Eddie Murphy sketch where he was like, oh, he's like what Italian guys do in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Where they're getting concessions. It's like, hey, I'll fucking get the fucking the popcorn. He's grabbing his nutsack. And the soda pop and the. Miles, look, I might be a little much for you right now because I'm a little drunk and everything. I'm touching your knee right now. But you just got to relax a little bit, okay?
Oh, you have to drink. He touched him.
Oh, right, yeah.
I have to drink?
No, I have to.
Everybody.
We're all taking a shot. Come on, Miles. Be a team player. Oh, yeah. No, I'm joking with you, Miles, but just relax a little bit. But I know it's a good thing for Crystal, right?
She doesn't want to take my money.
The money.
She doesn't want to take my money.
Why don't you want to take his money?
Because
why? He's making some good money.
I want to pay for my own shit.
Like what?
Because he's offered to pay my rent, like help pay with the rent, and I told him no, because that's my responsibility.
Miles, I'm
there often. I'm like there very often, and.
Okay, but until you move in, then no.
See, that's what he's trying to do, though. He's trying to get his name on the lease and shit.
I actually was there for the lease.
Yeah, he was.
I could have put my name on there, man.
You might want to check that again, because I think he paid the guy $20. Like, hey, put my name on that.
I'll give you $20 to put my name on the lease.
No, for me, it's like if he wants to help out, it's more of like he wants to move in.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's not happening, then that's my responsibility, that apartment. Because I got it on my own.
That's right.
And I have to keep up with it.
I think I was kind of a big decision in that, wasn't I?
He did help. But I'm just saying, I still ended up, because I've been searching for apartments. My brother-in-law was kicking me out, basically.
Fucking asshole.
Miles, I'm sorry to hear that. I agree with the sentiments. But Miles, at what year do you move in the relationship?
I need a couple years, man.
2 years.
2, maybe 3.
2 to 3 years.
Yeah, because like in order to consider that, man, because it takes a lot, and I'm trying to save up to make sure I have enough money for myself, and to me even put down a down payment for an apartment, maybe even a house later in life.
Yeah.
And right now I don't have to pay as many bills because I'm both I'm just living with my parents and everything like that, just to cut down costs and everything.
It's also LA.
LA's a fucking tough city to fucking.
It's almost a miracle that Crystal was able to find a place.
Because I still look now and then to see about what if.
Right.
But honestly, I haven't found anything at that price for that space and for all utilities included.
Yeah.
Everything's just up in cost.
Yeah, and Andrew told me that you told him that, hey, sometimes I just leave the heater on.
Yeah, I do for the cat.
Well, she doesn't have to pay. She only pays $50 in utilities.
That's a good deal. The one time I slept over at your place because I was really drunk, I woke up just fine. You know what I mean? Like I woke up clear as day. Playing with Miles a little bit, and then I got to the street, and it was in the morning. And it was a beautiful breath of fresh air and everything. Yeah. It felt great.
It's really calm.
Yeah, really calm over there. The traffic's, pretty nice considering what time third time I dropped it. I was thinking, man, should I look into a place over here? Because it's just nice. And I was born in Glendale, so it's perfect. It's destiny. It's calling.
But again, when you move to Glendale, it's just it can be a lot,
In terms of what?
Insurance.
Insurance?
Insurance.
Oh, car insurance.
Oh, because there are a lot of accidents over there.
Is that why? Because when I was, my car insurance, when I wanted to transfer it, like, I'm in Glendale now, the cost was going to go really up.
Based on the location?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I kept it at my sister's, but fuck, dude. Like, I was scared. I was freaking. I called him. I was like, what the fuck do I do?
You're like, okay, this you can pay for. Yeah, you can pay for this.
I'll split the difference.
I mean, with the whole paying thing, I don't know if it's like a pride thing or I don't know, because I've always wanted to just pay for my own shit.
Well, so much of your life was under lock and key, right?
Yeah.
Like you had these parents that were kind of overbearing, and you grew up in a almost a dogmatic system of religion and stuff, and here you are with independence, and you have your own apartment, which for me is very admirable, especially in this town and for our age and everything. You know what I mean? It's great. So it's kind of a culture shock, a little bit, right? Is that? Yeah. Would you say that?
I guess so.
Yeah. Did I just mansplained?
Yeah.
But the thing is like, if I love you so much and I care about you, just so much, I want to do something for you to relieve all that pressure that you've been feeling. I know I can't do everything, but this is something I can do right now and try to help with. I want to, we've already been together a year. I know I want to be with you for a very long time. And, I want to make sure that you're good off, you're better off than you were before. And so that's why I'm like always asking, like, let me pay for that. Let me try. I'm going to pay for it. I want to do this for you.
I'm also stubborn.
She's very stubborn. I just do this out of love, and
that's wonderful. At what year in the relationship is he allowed to pay for stuff?
I mean, he does pay for stuff here and there. I will acknowledge that.
I mean, the big stuff.
I paid for. Have I big? How big?
I think the biggest thing would be the bed.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, he had an investment in that.
Well, I
gotta make sure this thing is sturdy.
Oh my god! Well, yeah. I mean, I need
for
to sleep.
Good times.
I know, right? Like he was frothing at the mouth at sit and sleep.
Oh my god! No, we went to Costco.
Oh my lord!
IKEA and Costco.
Look at all these deals. How's that bed doing, by the way? Is it been good? Lasting?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I feel like I do need to put drawers on the bottom because Tasha keeps going under there.
Tasha being your cat.
Yeah.
Your skittish cat.
No, it's just a person I kidnapped.
The little midget running around in your place. It's named Tasha. Tasha, get back here. Fuck you. Oh my God.
You know what he did though? He brought it up to Andrew.
What?
About the whole pain thing.
Oh yeah. What
and
did
then Andrew
say?
told him that he should just pay for it and not ask my what was it? Just to do it? Mm-hmm. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised Andrew said that. Andrew just told you to be to put the pants on? That's what he said?
Pretty much.
Really? Wow. What the fuck? That doesn't sound like Andrew. What did you think of that?
Oh, I think I might stab him at some point, but he is my cousin. I love him. But yeah, it's just something I've always struggled with, to be honest.
The allowing someone to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
Because I've been, I guess, hurt before because of it. So it's just something I need to work on.
I was gonna ask if it was about like mistrust or I guess distrust, right? About like you want to show that you're independent and you don't trust anyone to let you do that. Is that am I in the right area?
Kind of. Mm-hmm. Like, compared to how I was before, now I'm kind of, more open to trusting people and getting that help. But before, I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I got to do this on my own, Like, that's the only way I can do this. And it's been a hard thing to work through. But, you guys have been good friends to me.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot easier.
Have I helped? Yes. At all? I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so, man. Yeah. I've been putting a year in. I want to see if I can put a couple more years in it to break down some of those walls.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
hey, who's who? It's all audio. You never know. Was that Miles? Was that me? Who? You never know.
Or was that me?
Or was that Crystal?
Yeah.
Miles butt dialed me one night while I was chilling in bed here. I was chilling with my Switch. Which, thank you, by the way. And I was playing Tetris.
Did you like those penis gummies?
They were very delicious. But aside from that, Miles butt dialed me one night when he was at your place. And I found out it was your place because of the actions that were taking place over the phone. And I felt a little uncomfortable.
It was taco night, wasn't it?
Oh, God.
Why you red?
Because I've been drinking.
But I heard a lot, and I heard Miles. He sounded like a Conan the Barbarian at some points, in terms of like the warrior stuff. Well, I assume you guys were,
There's bullshit.
making some babies.
There's no way. There's no fucking way.
All right, don't believe me, but I remember. I remember the sounds. I'll edit them into I'll edit it. Hey, if you don't believe it, you won't have a problem with me editing it into the podcast, would you?
Why would you record that shit?
I have a podcast to run.
What?
If you don't have a problem with it,
he was picturing himself with you.
Yeah. Every time Crystal made a noise, I was like, that could have been me. Hey, if you don't think it's real, you won't have a problem with me editing it in, huh?
Oh, God. Why are we doing this?
See, the seed of doubt. The seed of doubt exists. He's a man of faith in this regard. He believes in this.
Crystal saved me.
Crystal saved me. No, I'm just joking. I like messing with Miles, especially after he had like, holy shit, he's almost out of his beatbox. Here, listen to this. Almost out.
Wait, see.
Finish it.
Oh my god, you have less than me.
I have less than you.
Drink it,
man.
honey. Finish it. Down it.
We need something to eat after this.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I need to get something to eat.
I need some good drunk food.
What would you recommend as a health practitioner?
Tacos.
Yeah, Jack in the Box.
Me.
Jack in the Box.
Oh, there's a Jack right over there.
Or McDonald's. I know there's McDonald's over there.
I'm gonna go to the Jack in the Box, dude. Get the curly fries.
They got some curly fries. They got tacos. They got minis. They got a bunch of mini tacos.
There you
too.
go, man.
That's pretty good.
Hey, man, listen. I don't mean to bring the show down or anything, but I just want to. We're not gonna talk too much about this, but Jesus Christ, man. And I don't want to get super political with y'all. I mean, if you guys want to talk about this, that's great. But
He's Mr. Political.
well, no, you're Mrs. Political, Crystal. You work for the government.
Oh my god. Even though I don't really talk politics.
You're a G woman. But goddamn, man, I felt kind of bad about this because on Sunday I released my last podcast where I had my friend Daniel on, and we talked a lot about all sorts of stuff, but we were specifically talking about the Second Amendment, talking about guns. And around that time was when the shit around here was happening with
Monterey Park.
in Monterey Park, Alhambra, and
at first they
Half
said it was
Moon Bay.
around Glendale, and then it switched to Monterey Park. Yeah,
That's right. And today one happened.
Yeah, I know. I saw that shit.
And it happened in an area that I was near the other night. I was hanging out with my friend, but you know her, Kathy.
Oh, okay.
And we went somewhere near this area today, as of our recording, in Los Angeles, Beverly Crest. That neighborhood, there was another mass shooting. And again, I don't mean to bring the show down. I don't mean to bring you guys down because we're having a good time and everything. But I just felt very bad about this because this is fucking crazy, man. This is fucking crazy, man. It was great seeing everybody on Sunday, even though there was a little bit of drama, but that was in the back of my mind. The whole, what happened in Monterey Park, which is so close to where we are right now.
Yeah.
We've hung out in that area where it happened. And it's startling,
It's
man.
just crazy to me. Like, it's a
Here,
public
come
event,
to the mic,
a
come on.
public family event, you
Yeah.
know, and it's like, it's celebrating something, and then for that shit to go down,
Yeah.
you expect, you know, when you get there, your kids are going to be safe. You're going to
Yeah.
be safe. It's just an all around, you know, fun night.
Mm-hmm. And then this crazy guy comes in with a gun blasting everybody. It's insane, man. I don't know what to. I've had all sorts of conversations with people who believe both different ways about this, and what I've come down to is like, I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer to fix this shit. I just don't want this to keep happening, and it's been happening.
I think
it's a trend now for our country.
I think we all agree that something has to happen, man. Dude, we can't stop. We can't keep pushing this under the rug. With all the, there's some people out there who just like, don't give a shit anymore. It's like, they just say blame mental health, but yet they don't pay for mental health problems.
Mm-hmm.
They don't invest.
And then they don't invest in it, and then they start the fucking cycle over again. It's like, oh, guns are the problem. No, mental health is the problem. Okay, let's put money into mental health. It's like, no.
Yeah.
And then
but
reverse
the thing
cycle.
with that is, like, the person has to want to, you know, get themselves, I guess, mentally well. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And if they don't want to, like, what the fuck, you know? So it's like, maybe there should be something where you have to get, like, mentally tested, like, some kind of screening.
For buying a gun?
Yeah, just because it's a lot of these crazy people that are just gun happy, trigger happy.
I'll take a swig of that.
Because I'm honestly pro guns, but
You live near a couple gun galleries. There are some gun places around your place.
I've gone shooting, you know, but it's like,
So
it has to all do with, you know, the person, I feel like, and their mental
and also
wellness.
the people selling You know what I mean? Like, and what is I've never bought a gun. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe if I, like, say I moved out, right? And I lived somewhere by myself. Maybe that would change. I don't know. I don't know the process of buying a gun, personally, at least. I just know that it keeps presenting itself as very easy as long as you got the money, right? I mean, because people
I feel like they're just giving it to anybody, and then you can still get it illegally. Like,
yeah, well, I know there are psych evaluations and everything, but anyone who knows the answers can pass that.
Yeah,
you know,
they have to like really crack down and like really
yeah. Well, you're someone who works for the local government, at least. What's the dialogue for LA specifically? Because we have a lot of violence here in this town. You know, is there a dialogue? I mean, I'm sure there is. But...
I mean, when that happened, I thought they were gonna mention something at work. You know, talk about it a little, but no, it wasn't.
They didn't bring it up.
No.
Really?
Yeah, well, I don't think they want to bring it up because, you know, we're trying to get our work done, and they don't want to bring down
I mean, and you're in the graphic design
department. It's more of like we're just the ones supporting others, not so much doing something about it. You get me?
Yeah.
We're just trying to provide that support.
Is there an air, like, is it where you work? Is it like something that you're at all encouraged to talk about, or is it just like, you know, no one really says anything, like in your workplace? Or is
it's more like if you were to talk about this stuff, it's probably like if you're with a coworker and you're having lunch kind of thing. But if it was like an overall office space, I don't think they would bring it up just because, you know, like maybe it affects someone and they just don't want to bring something up and it's gonna like affect them negatively.
Sure.
Because already they're, you know, with the whole working from home, like people just want to come into the office and, you know, have a good time and just talk and stuff like that. And yeah, they just try to keep it, you know, neutral, I guess. They don't want to get too involved. If you do want to talk more personally, that's when you know, you go out for lunch or you just talk to them.
Yeah.
Not so much a whole group thing.
Yeah, I'm curious if you guys feel this at all, but like I've done plenty of talking with people over the years about when gun violence, like mass shootings per se, happen, and I've talked about what should be done and everything, and you know, this should be done, that should be done, and we have a dialogue whether we disagree or not. And over the years, because this has steadily been increasing, whenever that conversation happens, I feel like there's a little bit of a futility in it. You know what I mean? Like things that just aren't going to change. Do you feel that, like, whenever you talk to someone about this, or do you like, or when you talk to people, do you try to have like a productive conversation? Like, maybe we can figure something out here.
Well, when you have an amendment, the Second Amendment, it says the right to bear arms.
Right.
It's kind of hard to take that out.
Sure, yeah.
Doctrine has been in there for fucking years.
Centuries, yeah.
For centuries, and has been in there, ingrained into the heart of America for years. You know, for example, you know, Australia never had that shit, and they outlawed guns. Guess what happened? You know, there might have been more stabbings, but there was no mass shootings as there was today.
Right.
Wait, so are you not pro-guns? That's what I want to know now.
I mean, it's like I understand how a gun can help, but when you have assault rifles like fucking crazy, it's like
it's
a little much.
Thing when people get like those more intense guns, like you know, the fucking, like, why do you need that if you just want to protect your family? You get something simple, something, you know.
Well, especially if because the leading gun in terms of gun violence is a handgun, which not an assault rifle. So, you know what I mean? Like, so why champion so much for these things that are used in these? Because like, let's agree that an assault rifle or whatever, mass shootings are not the majority. Let's agree with that. Let's just for example. But they're used. You know, handguns aren't really used for that type of shit. Why are you championing so hard for the assault rifle versus the handgun?
The handguns, yeah.
You know? And I know people who are pro-gun and everything, not pro-gun in the way that you're saying, but pro-gun to another level, that would argue that point and everything. But I don't know.
But what's the point? What is their goal with having like an assault rifle? Like,
right. I mean, there's when these things happen, and unfortunately, mass shootings are normal for our country. I just don't want to really talk to anybody who disagrees with me. Not because I'm not willing to have the conversation, but it's just like especially like today it happened. Today it fucking or I don't know if today it happened, but
like, you know how you're saying about the whole conversations thing. It's like, yeah, we keep talking about it, but now I'm thinking, like, what the hell are we doing about it? Right. Are we just gonna keep talking?
I don't know. Well, what do you think could or should happen?
I mean, to be honest, with the Republican Congress that we have, I don't think it's
Republicans.
with the Republican Congress that we have, in terms of what we have in the House,
yeah,
there's nothing for the next 2 years. There's nothing that's gonna happen,
right?
Unless Democrats take the House back. Now, that doesn't mean that Democrats are going to go all out, fucking try to take away.
Yeah, by the way, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Crystal made an important point regarding this conversation. Your beatbox is completely empty, and mine is not completely empty. So you beat me. So please continue.
Okay. All right. Well, considering that we don't have the House of Representatives.
Okay, I'm empty.
They're considering that the House of Representatives
come to the mic a little bit. There you go.
Now, considering that the House of Representatives has basically been taken over by the Republicans, there's nothing going to happen. It's nothing going to happen. They're already doing investigations and stupid shit.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Like, they're not going to fucking govern or anything for 2 fucking years. Now, unless the Democrats take the House and keep the Senate for next year and the presidency, because next in the next 2 years it's gonna, Biden's gonna try to go for re-election. Apparently,
he's gonna fight for it. I don't know.
I don't know how hard he's gonna fight for it, but he's gonna fight for it.
Yeah.
But unless we have all chambers of Congress,
mm-hmm.
and of this executive branch, there's nothing much we can really do right now,
mm-hmm.
because I don't think Republicans will ever, care about this. I don't think they would ever.
Well, they will champion the amendment, the Second Amendment, but when it comes to situations like these, usually the scapegoat, as it were, is the mental health or the circumstances around it. Like, for example, I've heard plenty of things of teachers should get access to guns, or God forbid, there's not enough prayer in schools is why these things happen. You know what I mean? Things like that. The gun is never the issue when it comes to that side. Yeah,
I mean, like, again, they're not going to do anything for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
When the Republicans take over, they're definitely not going to do it. At least with Democrats, you have some chance. Because and there's always some of those Democrats that are just not going to be on board. They got the moderate Democrats
mm-hmm.
out there who are just not going to really care and give a shit about it. But at least with Democratic control, you have at least a little bit more of a chance to change some things.
Yeah.
To reform some things too, and that's the only hope we have. I mean, like, basically I don't think democracy will survive on a full Republican House, Senate, and executive branch.
Well, I mean, already democracy is kind of more of an ideal than a reality, since we have things like the Electoral College in place and gerrymandering and everything. So I already, like, the thing is, what we're saying, I think we're coming from a
I think we have a liberal.
We're fighting an uphill battle, essentially. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miles.
We have a liberal kind of, not really liberal, but like liberal to progressive kind of, like, idea of what's what should happen.
Mm-hmm.
Abolishing the electoral college and everything like that.
Oh, okay. Here, Miles, get up. Get it. We'll continue this while Crystal goes to stab some folks. See, knives are just as effective. Just give up your guns. Here, why don't you get the door? There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much we can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
With the House that we have right now, and even some people in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Again, for example, Christian Cinema.
Who?
Kristen Cinema,
Uh-huh.
the senator from in Arizona.
Oh, okay. What's he saying?
What's she saying?
Or she? Pardon me. What is she saying
She's not doing shit.
about gun laws, gun violence, like any of it?
Apparently, she's been very quiet about everything like lately. About
Is Arizona a red state?
kind of not anymore. Actually,
Was it
no,
kinda
but
split during the last election.
during the last election, it turned blue.
Oh wow.
We have two Democratic. Now Kristen Cinema's an independent tank.
Her last name is Cinema.
Cinema, like SINE.
Oh, okay.
MA.
Okay. That's confusing.
Well, she turned into an independent, but we technically before we have two Democratic senators
Mm-hmm.
from Arizona, and then as you know from last election,
Yeah.
the fucking Arizona flipped into Democratic control. And I'm like, fuck, there's more people going out there who are more liberal thinking and everything like that, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know a couple people who've moved out actually to Arizona or come from Arizona over here. Yeah, it's crazy.
So I mean, she's been lying about all this shit. She said no on a vote that would help people or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
She's just not been very good as a.
Not very effective.
No.
No.
She kind of lied about everything that she was doing, and I'm like, why?
Oh no.
You championed all this stuff about helping the people and giving back basically to the poor, and then you just shit on them.
Oh my.
In the end, I'm like, there's another guy who was trying to run against her for the next election.
Yeah.
Hope he wins. He seems like he has a better idea than this
person.
This person. So hopefully,
Well, with mass shootings being as regular as they have been, do you just going out, especially now that one happened near us, and we're gonna move on from this topic. Don't worry.
yeah, I know.
But is there an unease when you go out?
A little bit. You never know what's gonna happen in a public event when someone, has an idea that either their life is not worth meaning anymore, or something that like the world has taken them down and screwed them, and it's like it's time to retaliate.
Yeah. Here, tell Crystal what the thing is, because I have to use the restroom also, and you guys can talk about what I asked you about the
So
the
we're gonna
unease.
talk shit about Julius while he's gone.
Yeah, go for it, please. New beef.
Oh my god.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. Go for it.
No, we were just talking about how, with all these mass shootings and everything like that, do you feel safe at all? I don't feel safe anymore. I feel, you have to look over your shoulder, even in a public event like that, for a farmer's market or something like that. You got to look over your shoulder, because if you don't, then, something could possibly fucking happen, and that's scary. I wish we could do something more about how we protect our people and, do everything, but you never know what's going to happen, and that's scary.
Surprisingly, I'd still feel okay in a public event.
Are you sure?
I mean, for me, it's more like if, something's gonna happen, like, it's more like, it's gonna happen. I can't stop it.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of scary? You never know.
I guess for me personally, I just don't want to live in fear anymore. So if I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna enjoy my time.
Ooh.
And if something happens, it just happens.
Here I'm back, and
I'm not disregarding, what happened, the shootings and stuff. But that's
Right.
just for me personally. Like, I don't want to live in that fear of like, am I gonna get shot today? Am I gonna get hit by a car? Am I gonna get struck by lightning? For me, it's more like I'm just gonna enjoy today. I just don't want to live with regrets and fear anymore.
Good. Okay, you know what? Let's move on from this topic. I just wanted to mention it really briefly. But guys, here's the last thing I wanted to bring up. You almost got to get out of here.
What size his panties are?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What
It's
size
almost
are
eight. It's
what
almost-
size are the panties, Miles?
Oh my God.
Your panties, I mean, not Crystal's.
That's why.
Only yours. So you're excited for the show tonight?
Yes,
and
I'm
everything?
very excited for the show.
Are you excited especially because it's Star Wars themed? You'll get to see Princess Leia,
Oh my God.
breasts
I'm
and
I
stuff.
more
Every-
excited about the tits.
Yeah. Which one is it?
the,
Here, come to.
I mean the. Yeah, I mean it doesn't hurt to see titties. I mean, but it's not. It's probably at most it's gonna be pasties.
Okay.
They're not gonna show like. I actually don't know.
So
don't know.
he's disappointed.
I'm taking a class with someone who does burlesque actually.
Really?
Yep. Absolutely. I don't know if she's gonna be there tonight. She might be. If you see her,
Like, how do you train for that?
you dance, bitch. That's how you do it. You dance and use the Force for the Star Wars
Oh my
burlesque.
God.
Are you gonna jump up there and be like, "I'm your father. Call me daddy"? Is that what you're gonna do, Miles?
No.
You've been so naughty.
Hey, Miles, if you were called up, like if they pointed at a random person to come up and they pointed at you specifically, what would you do? Would you go up there and?
I'll probably give it a
He
performance.
would. He would. He would be so into it.
I'll probably give a good performance too.
What does that mean?
Like, I would be like into the show. I'm like showing off what I can do.
What
the
does
fuck?
that mean?
You're gonna take off your pants?
No.
Here's my lightsaber.
Oh God.
He's like unzipping his pants.
It glows.
Wait, what does that
I'm
mean
just
though? What
kidding.
does that mean?
I don't
The performance.
Yeah.
Like,
what
would you get
he
into
do?
character or something? Like,
I don't know what they would do.
what?
He's gonna be Jabba.
Yeah, you're gonna be a little Jawa up there. What do you think is under the hood of a Jawa? Because we never see like their head or anything. It's just darkness. What do you think is in the Jawa hood?
Maybe like a little.
Here, speak into the mic.
I would say like a little furry thing.
He's
the
into
fuck?
furry.
You pervert.
No,
What do you mean a furry thing? What does that mean?
I don't know. Just like I think about like a little furry face that's under there or something like that with
Like an
goggles.
Ewok?
Like like an Ewok, but like with little glasses that, because you know how their eyes are so like yellow. I think they have glasses or something to help them through the sand and everything like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it was just like that.
I was listening to what you were saying, but I was thinking that for tomorrow, for your actual, like the day of your anniversary, I was thinking that I could send you a file, for your, the coitus of the night, and I could send like a mixtape. Like you remember in The Office where it was like Dwight made Michael a mixtape for a woman that he'd get at the wedding.
Yeah.
I'd be like
His
this.
voice comes out.
I'd be like this. Hello, this is Julius of the Goat Movie Podcast. You're about to have sex with Miles Mendoza. Prepare for the most wonderful, sensual experience of your life. Remember...
In the background.
Yeah, I'll edit that in the background. Yeah, little... With the wolves. The wolves like that. Remember, your heaven was never this good.
Oh my God.
Do you want me to do that for tomorrow?
Please no.
I'll have the little ambiance
He's
of like the
shaking
waterfall.
His head, yes, because he can't see.
Oh,
No.
Miles, don't stop shopping. I don't even know. All right. Well, you know what? You guys got to get out of here, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for helping me out, fill my quota. It's been an eventful show, to say the least, and it'll be out tomorrow on the day of your anniversary. So I hope this is a good anniversary gift for you
We
guys.
technically got together around like 12 something or 1 in the morning, right?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my, you dog, Miles. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Guys, have a good one. Stay safe and goodbye.
Do drugs.